You wake up tomorrow and your entire life has been turned upside down. Everything you've worked so hard for, your career, your finances, your relationships, has fallen apart. You find yourself at rock bottom, staring up at a seemingly insurmountable mountain of challenges. What would you do? Just imagine this for a moment. What would you do? Would you give up and surrender to your circumstances? Or would you dig deep, call upon that inner fire burning within you, and vow to yourself, I will stay on top, whatever the cost? That inner fire, that unwavering determination to overcome any obstacle in your path, that is the difference between those who succeed against all odds and those who remain trapped in the nightmares of their minds. I'm here today to fan the flames of that fire within you, to remind you of the unstoppable force you can become when you decide that failure is not an option, that giving up is unacceptable, that you will stay on top whatever the damn cost. You see, the human mind is an extraordinary thing, more powerful than the most advanced supercomputer, capable of bending the very fabric of reality itself through sheer force of will and belief. The ancient philosophers and mystics understood this profound truth, that our thoughts quite literally shape our world. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Those words should be emblazoned across your mind. For it is your reaction, your mindset in the face of adversity that determines whether you emerge victorious or crushed beneath its weight. Think of the most successful people in history: business titans, athletic champions, brilliant inventors. What set them apart? An unwavering belief in themselves and an unshakable commitment to their goals, no matter what tests the universe threw their way. When the naysayers told the Wright brothers that human flight was impossible, they blocked out the noise and remained laser-focused until they made the impossible a reality. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he could have taken that rejection as a sign to give up on his hoop dreams. Instead, it fueled his desire and drove him to practice until his hands bled, paving his path to becoming a global icon. And when Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job as a TV news anchor, she didn't let that setback define her. She used it as motivation to work harder, to adapt, to persist until she created her own path to unprecedented success. The common thread: an unrelenting refusal to be denied, a mindset that screams from the depths of their souls, I will stay on top whatever the cost. That same inner fortitude lies within each and every one of you. You have all the power you need to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any dream, to reach any summit. All you must do is choose to unleash it. But how? How can you cultivate that level of unwavering focus and determination? The answer lies in truly understanding the profound relationship between your mind and your reality. You see, the thoughts and beliefs you internalize, day after day, become the software that programs your brain and your biology. Negative, self-limiting thoughts breed more of the same, creating a cyclical pattern of doubt, fear, and mediocrity. But when you become intentional about installing new mind software of empowering beliefs, visions of your greatest potential, and an uncompromising commitment to growth, something amazing happens. Your brain begins to reorganize itself, forming new neural pathways that make achievement and success an automatic, effortless way of being. This is the essence of personal transformation. A breaking free from the chains of your past conditioning and self-imposed limitations, of becoming the architect of your destiny rather than the victim of your circumstances. Starts with consciously installing new mental software through practices like meditation, visualization, and incantations, planting the seeds of your greatest visions deep within your subconscious mind. From there, you nourish those seeds daily through your thoughts, words, and actions, reinforcing the beliefs and habits that will ultimately blossom into your ultimate success and fulfillment. So it takes work, yes? Vigilance, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to your highest ideals. There will be days when the path seems arduous and you'll be tempted to revert to your old, comfortable ways of thinking and being. But in those moments, I want you to remember why you first made that vow. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. Reconnect with the burning desire that fueled your transformation in the first place. Feel it burn brighter with each breath until it consumes you, propelling you ever forward towards your greatest victories. Because here's what nobody ever tells you. Adversity is inevitable on the path to greatness. The universe will test you time and time again to see if you have what it takes to ascend to the highest realms of your potential. The differentiate between those who become unstoppable forces of nature and those who become philosophical trivia is this: when the storms of life rage most fiercely, the great ones remain unshakable. They wake up each day sensing the lull before their next great battle, and they relish it. For they know that every challenge defeated makes them stronger, sharper, and more formidable. So let the winds of change howl around you. Let the tides of doubt try to sweep you away. If you stay rooted in your unwavering beliefs and visions of your highest self, you will be immovable, an indomitable force that bends reality to your will. That is the path for all of you who are ready to claim your birthright as powerful creators of your reality. To refuse to settle for anything less than the extraordinary life your soul came here to experience. It won't be easy. Anything worth achieving never is. There will be sacrifices, battles fought on multiple fronts, external and internal. You will be tested in ways you can't yet imagine. So for those who hold that line with nerves of steel and hearts of lions, whispering those words like a mantra, I will stay on top whatever the cost to you. Victory is inevitable. So today, I challenge you all. See your greatest visions and goals with crystal clarity. Not just as possibilities in some far-off future, but as vivid realities unfolding in the here and now. Then chisel those visions onto the very fabric of your consciousness through meditation, incantations, and visualization. Install that new mind software of belief, certainty, and unstoppable perseverance on a subconscious level day after day. When adversity comes, and it will, let it fuel your resolve rather than dwindling your spirit. Let it serve as another chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more deeply grounded in the vortex of your true power. Because in the end, you will look back at each challenge as the catalyst that forged the grandest version of yourself. And you will realize that all along you had the strength to slay every dragon, ascend every mountain, and stay on top, whatever the cost. The choice is yours. Will you relegate yourselves to living as mere contributors in life, spectators watching others create their dream realities? Or will you activate your limitless inner power as creators, co-creators of your destiny and architects of your ultimate fulfillment? Those who choose to join me on this path of no limits, no restrictions, no doubts, I will see you at the summit, because we will stop at nothing to stay on top. Whatever the damn cost, we've come too far to start doubting ourselves now. The path to greatness we have chosen is arduous, make no mistake. It will test the very limits of our fortitude and resolve. But I ask you, what is the alternative? To resign ourselves to a life of mediocrity and regret? To let our fears and doubts cast long shadows over our infinite potential? No. We are cut from a different cloth, forged in the fires of ambition and an unwavering desire to create lives of profound impact and fulfillment. Our spirits will not be bound by the limits of ordinary thinking. That unwillingness to settle, that voracious hunger to grow and expand into our greatest selves, it courses through our veins like the blood of warriors, of kings and queens defying the laws of what's realistic to instead craft their own realities. So when the path grows steep and treacherous, let that defiance blaze ever brighter. Use it to call forth the grit, the determination, the sheer unbridled will to power through any obstacle in your way. Because you see, at our core, we are cosmic forces of nature, born with the divine birthright to literally reshape and rewrite the programming of the universe itself through the energy of our minds and bodies. That may sound like spiritual mumbo-jumbo to the uninitiated, but I'm here to break it down in a way your logical mind can grasp. From a scientific standpoint, we now understand that our thoughts and beliefs are powerful signals that flow outward, first reshaping our biology, and then restructuring the physical world around us to match the vibration of those inner energies. In other words, you don't just think yourself to success. You create feedback loops between your mind, body, and environment that quite literally make your biggest dreams magnetic and effortless to achieve. The ancient mystics and modern-day quantum physicists agree. We are not mere bystanders in reality, but co-creators coordinating a dance between the seen and the unseen realms. Those who harness that profound truth, who chisel new mind software of empowering thoughts, beliefs, and visions at the cellular level, they become energetic vortexes that distort the very fabric of reality to align with their intentions. That is true power, the power to shape-shift your circumstances, transcend limitations, and make a mockery of what the world calls impossible. Now, you may be thinking, okay, I get the philosophy, but how do I apply this? How do I become one of these reality-shaping forces of nature? The answer is shockingly simple, yet incredibly difficult to sustain. For it takes extraordinary discipline to continually install new coding into your subconscious mind that overrides your old conditioning and limiting beliefs. It starts with incorporating daily rituals like meditation to quiet the incessant chatter of the thinking mind. When you achieve that state of deep stillness, you open portals to profound growth and healing from that space of presence. You can deliberately reprogram yourselves with new beliefs and visions through practices like visualization and incantations. You speak into reality the grandest version of the person you know yourself to be at the core. Over time, with repetition and unwavering faith, those new thoughts and feelings become biochemical realities in your body. They become your default state of being. And from that place of energetic resonance, your dream reality has no choice but to manifest. Of course, the universe won't just hand you your greatest victories on a silver platter. It will throw every test, every road blocking your way to see if you're serious about this path of transcendence. The loss of something you held dear, the betrayal of someone you trusted, the upheaval of your life as you knew it, all to see if you'll revert back to your old fear-based programming. If you'll abandon your visions at the first sign of turbulence. But you've made an unwavering vow, a pact with your highest self that you will not be deterred, that come hell or high water, you will stay on top whatever the cost. So when those storms of life rage most fiercely, let them reinforce the steel of your resolve rather than dissolving your spirit. Use those trials as opportunities to fortify your confidence and faith in your ability to manifest any reality you can conceive and believe. Because the greatest growth never happens in the calm. It happens when you stare down the abyss and declare with every fiber of your being, "You will not consume me." That is when your true power is unleashed. When you stop playing by the rules of this material world and start bending its limiting laws to your command. That is when miracles happen. I'm reminded of the story of King, a young man who found himself at the darkest point of his life. His dreams of becoming a successful entrepreneur had crumbled under the weight of business failures and six-figure debt. Everyone around him urged him to find a steady job, to play it safe and accept his circumstances. But something deep within Joaquin would not allow him to abandon the burning visions he held for his life. So in the depths of his despair, he made a choice. He committed himself fully to the daily practices of meditation, incantations, and visualization. He flooded his mind and body with new beliefs around abundance, success, and unstoppable perseverance until they became hardwired into his biology. And though the outer conditions of his life showed no immediate signs of change, Joaquin allowed himself to feel the truth of his new reality on a cellular level each day. No matter how dire things looked, he operated from a place of unshakable certitude that he would realize his visions. Well, I don't need to tell you how Joaquin's story ends, do I? Within 2 years, he had completely turned his life around. He started not just one, but 3 wildly successful businesses that made him a multimillionaire. He created his dream reality through sheer force of sustained energy and focus. That is the power you all have access to. The power to override your circumstances and call into existence any possibility you can conceive and believe with every fiber of your being. But it takes more than just periodic positive thinking or visualization. It requires an all-out, uncompromising commitment to installing new mind-body software around your highest visions every single day without fail. Through rituals of meditation, incantations, visioning exercises, physical movement, and any other modalities that get you into a state of energetic flow and presence, you continually reinforce your highest beliefs and desired realities. You become a lightning rod that distorts time and space to align with the vibrations you're broadcasting from the very core of your cells. An unstoppable force of nature that transcends conventional laws and limitations. And in those moments when fears and doubts creep back in, which they inevitably will from time to time, that's when you call upon the soul-shaking truth that has carried you this far. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. You let those words reverberate through your body like a million suns detonating within you. You draw power from them, allowing them to incinerate any disbelief or negativity that stands between you and embodying your greatest self. From that place of profound reconnection with your unbreakable spirit, You become newly inspired and energized to continue installing and reinforcing your visions in every moment. Through personal processes and incantations, you breathe new life into the dreams and goals that some may have called impossible or unrealistic. But you know the truth that when fused with sustained energy and deepest belief, all desires become inevitabilities. To this is how you begin operating from a state of unconscious competence, where your naturally aligned thoughts, beliefs, actions, and vibrations make your greatest success an effortless way of being. No longer do you need to exert arduous, conscious effort just to silence your fears and doubts. Those old limiting beliefs begin to hold no weight, like feathers being whipped away by hurricanes of self-belief. From that place of energetic resonance with your visions, you become utterly unstoppable in their pursuit and realization. Roadblocks don't derail your momentum. They become opportunities to flex your creative muscle in achieving your objectives. Setbacks don't demoralize you. They become data points that strengthen your resolve and sharpen your strategies moving forward. You begin to embrace challenges not as indomitable forces to be feared, but as inevitable tests from the universe to fortify your perseverance and prove your worthiness. From that mindset of a peaceful warrior, you become remarkably relaxed yet intensely focused, unshakable in your certainty that your sustained energy and disciplined rituals will continue reshaping your reality to align with your grandest visions and desires. Where others might panic or recoil in the face of daunting obstacles, you sense the opportunities embedded within them. You brazenly lean in, fiercely determined to grow from the experience in a way that propels you even faster toward your ultimate goals. This becomes your way of being, always sensing the hands of the universe testing your tenacity and responding with ever-deepening poise and unruffled confidence, a positive, self-fulfilling cycle that just continues expanding your sense of what's possible for your life. Because you understand at the deepest level that nothing is impossible or improbable when working in profound energetic alignment through elevated mental, physical, and emotional states. In those rarefied domains of consciousness, you begin operating by a new, transcendent set of rules born from the subtle realms, where the masses are bound by the laws of this material reality. The limiting beliefs, fears, and conditionings inherited from society. You have become masterfully adept at aligning yourself as a vibrational match for your highest desires through disciplined ritual and practice. From that place of profound connection with your visions, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You become the choreographer, coordinating a synchronized dance between seen and unseen forces to orchestrate the realities of your choosing. Roadblocks don't stop you. They become opportunities to exercise your creative power in finding new paths and strategies. Setbacks don't defeat you. They strengthen your resolve and make you hungry to learn the critical lessons embedded within them. You begin to embrace uncertainty not as something to be feared and avoided, but as a wise teacher accelerating your mastery in the realm of conscious creation and manifestation. When evil occurs, you don't resist or try to fight it. You become exquisitely present to the opportunities for growth and realignment it provides. This is the mark of true spiritual warrior. One who has excavated the seeds of their highest potential and cultivated an unwavering connection to the grandest visions of their ultimate fulfillment. No matter what storms rage around them, their roots remain anchored in the nourishing soils of self-belief, perseverance, and inspired action. From that place of steadfast inner anchoring, outside conditions hold no sway over their vibration. Their focus or their abilities to create their dream realities. They function as dynamic co-creators, coordinating a dance between realms seen and unseen based on their clarified intents. When life partner unexpectedly departs or a curveball upends their career, they don't lapse into fear and panic. They sense the hidden opportunities embedded within the chaos. They maintain exquisite presence and draw upon their rich inner resources to realign and adapt with resilience. When betrayals or failures sting, they don't dissolve into victimhood. They allow those experiences to be incredible fortifiers of their warrior spirit, to burn away any remnants of disempowering limiting beliefs or narrative loops that no longer serve their highest growth and fulfillment. From that place of profound presence and connection with their highest selves, every experience, no matter how challenging, becomes fertile soil for expansion into wider planes of power, wisdom, and creative genius. There's no such thing as good or bad events. Only new opportunities to stretch, strengthen, and realign themselves as vibrational matches for their loftiest visions. This is the path of the spiritual master, the conscious creator who has rewired their beliefs, biology, and connection with the subtlest forces of creation to such a degree that they begin living lives of true miracles. Where others are bound by self-limiting narratives and doubts. These warriors have obliterated the very concept of impossible from their reality. Through rituals of meditation, incantation, visioning, and other modalities, they have installed new beliefs in mind-body software so deeply that manifesting their desired realities is simply the natural byproduct. From that place of profound connection with their highest visions, synchronicities, and coincidences begin unfolding in their lives at an almost dizzying pace. Long-shot opportunities seem to simply materialize before them like gifts from the universe. What the masses might call luck is simply their finely tuned resonance with the subtle realms paying dividends in this material reality. They have become high-skilled harmonizers coordinating unseen currents with their clarified intents and vibrations. This is where true mastery in the realm of conscious creation lies. Not just holding high-vibe thoughts and visions, but fully integrating them into your biochemistry and energy systems until they become your default way of being. Through steadfast ritual and repetition, these warriors continually upgrade their mind-body software with new beliefs, habits, and emotions that progressively make them a stronger energetic match for what they've envisioned for themselves. They don't just think about success. They breathe it through every cell until it's coded into their DNA. They synthesize new self-concepts and possibility mindsets into their very physiology until there is zero separation between their vision and their physical experience of being. From that profound place of reunion between mind and body, the subtle planes of creation and the material world merge into unified fields of pure potential. These masters dance gracefully atop that leading edge, continually birthing new desires and visions from that space of infinite possibilities. Where others dream purely in the theoretical or cling to safe, limited goals, these modern-day mystics and conscious creators take their wildest nightly visions and breathe them into full-blooded material embodiment. They recognize no frontier, no ceiling placed on their unlimited capacity for manifesting from the quantum field. For you see, in their world, every desire is seen as a perfectly natural extension of the unified consciousness that both creates and experiences this reality simultaneously. From their perspective, there are no big or small dreams, no hierarchies of possibility. When they root themselves in crystalline clarity around a vision or intention, that seed is immediately fertilized by their profound connection with infinite sources of energy, wisdom, and creativity. It begins blossoming outward with perfect divine timing and orchestration into their physical experience. The hows and pathways become irrelevant, for these conscious creators have released all needs to micromanage or strategize every detail. They flow dynamically with inspired hunches, synchronistic opportunities, and intuitive guidance towards their desired manifestations. This is what it means to truly master the art and science of conscious creation. To eradicate the very concept of impossible from your personal reality construct. To recognize that you are a divine co-creator with the universe itself, blessed with the full access, capabilities to shapeshift circumstances and call any possibility into joyful embodiment. Of course, it takes tremendous courage and commitment to ascend to these rarefied domains of mastery, to peel back the layers of cultural conditioning and self-imposed limitations that we've all inherited from birth. It requires excavating the seeds of self-doubt, fear, and scarcity programming that may have been passed down through generations of disempowering belief systems. You must become like an anthropological archaeologist, digging deep within to unearth the core truths about your unlimited nature. Then, with boundless compassion yet supreme determination, you begin to dismantle those outdated narratives and install new beliefs and habits aligned with your highest imaginings and soul's grandest callings. Through disciplined practices like meditation, incantations, visioning, breathwork, physical movement, and any other modalities that activate you to higher states of consciousness, you begin a profound reprogramming and rewiring process, layer by layer. You peel back the limiting beliefs, fears, and scarcity programming that has kept you tethered to the denser planes of struggle, lack, and resistance. You begin installing new thoughts, habits, and energetic patterns resonant with your highest visions and soul's grandest callings. With vigilant focus and repetition, those new empowering beliefs become hardwired into your cells, your default operating system. Manifesting your greatest desires transitions from an arduous struggle of making things happen to an effortless, joyful flow of energetic resonance and allowing. This is where true mastery lies. In that spacious, high-vibe domain of expanded awareness, of being exquisitely attuned to the invisible realms and cosmic forces continuously conspiring to grace your reality with miracles. From that place of heightened sensitivity, you become remarkably relaxed yet intensely focused, grounded in tranquil certainty that your sustained energy and dedication to your practices will continue reshaping your reality to align with your dreams. Where the masses panic and lapse into fear, you sense the perfection embedded in life's natural cycles and seasons. You recognize that everything you experience, whether perceived as good or bad, is simply grist for the mill of your growth and realization. This awakens you to the higher truth that nothing can ever truly be lost or cause for suffering. For you have embodied the understanding that your life and this entire universe are continual rebirths, ever unfolding expressions of the infinite creative consciousness that animates all of existence. With that level of expanded perception, you begin operating in a profoundly surrendered yet exquisitely focused state, absolutely committed to your visions and practices, yet completely unattached to any specific form or timing of their unfolding. This is the sweet spot of the Master Creator and Conscious Manifestor, having the unwavering clarity and intentionality to sculpt the quantum field towards your highest desires and longings, while simultaneously being in a state of profound allowance. Trust and wonder about the unique orchestration of universal forces collaborating to birth those dreams into reality. It's a delicate dance of focus and surrender, of audacious visions and unshakable faith, of bold, inspired action and patient, childlike awe and bearing witness to each miracle. The novice creator believes they must force situations to manifest through sheer will and dogged effort. But you, as the master architect, understand that true manifestation mastery is about attuning yourself as a vibrational mirror for your visions. With each ritual, mantra, and focused intention, you activate new harmonics within your mind and body that make you an electromagnetic beacon drawing your desires into physical manifestation, like tuning the frequencies of an energetic radio to summon your future dreams into the present. And in those inevitable moments when fear, doubt, or impatience creeps in, that's when you double down on your commitment, breathing life into those soul-affirming words that have become your steadfast mantra. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. You let those words reverberate through your cells like thunder, electrifying your entire being, serving as that energizing reminder that you are an infinite being of pure creative source energy, that every vision that ignites your heart is already yours, simply awaiting its divine birthing into material form. From that empowered stance, you laugh in the face of anything or anyone who tries to dissuade you from the path of claiming your ultimate desires. Naysayers and skeptics cannot penetrate your force field of certainty that we stand today at a powerful crossroads, a pivotal moment where we must make a choice to either shrink back into fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs, or to burst forth into the blinding light of our true infinite potential as conscious creators. The path ahead will not be easy. The universe will test your resolve time and time again to see if you have what it takes to ascend to these higher planes of mastery. Disappointments will try to derail you. Setbacks will attempt to convince you to abandon your dreams and settle for a life of mediocrity and regret. Even those closest to you may unknowingly project their fears and doubts upon your grandest visions. But if you hold true to the practices, the rituals, the mindsets I've shared with you today, if you anchor yourself in that unshakable vow, I will stay on top, whatever the cost, then you will be immovable in the face of any storm. Challenges will become appreciated catalysts for your growth rather than sources of suffering. Failures will be celebrated as novel opportunities to innovate rather than taken as signs to hoist the white flag. From that place of profound presence, connection, and certainty, you cannot be stopped. Your visions and highest longings will sear themselves into the universe through the sheer force of your commitment, your energy, your unbridled will. What's more, your light and example will become profoundly contagious to all those around you. Your resolute spirit and inspiration will awaken others to their own infinite potential as conscious creators. One by one, those you love and interact with daily will bear witness to the miracles unfolding in your reality. They will be compelled to ask how you've become this masterful architect, sculpting wildly improbable dreams into physical manifestation through sheer force of vision and presence. And you, being the generous and radiant soul you are, will share these teachings freely and compassionately, guiding them to install new beliefs, habits, and energy patterns that reshape their minds and bodies to become powerful attractors for their greatest visions. In this way, you will become a walking, talking living embodiment of possibility. A spiritual revolutionary deconstructing this matrix of doubt, fear and scarcity programming one soul at a time. And as your tribe of conscious creators grows in number and momentum, you will ignite a wildfire of transformation across this world, forging a new era defined by personal empowerment, limitless potential, and the harmonious co-creation of our grandest dreams. An era where humanity as a whole shrugs off the shackles of our self-imposed limitations, where we step bravely into our birthright as infinite beings of pure creative source potential, with the power to call any possibility into reality through our thoughts, visions, and vibrational resonance. It's an audacious vision, I know. The doubting voices within and around you will say such grand transitions are impossible. That humanity is too deeply entrenched in fear-based operating systems to open to these highest truths. But you know better, don't you? Because you've already glimpsed and tasted the ecstatic freedom of consciously designing your personal reality through focus, energy, will, and presence. You've experienced the magic of planting seeds of intention, emotionally investing in those visions, and watching in awe as the universe conspires to birth those dreams into material manifestation. So let today be the day you double down on your commitment to this path of the conscious creator, of the manifestation master who bends reality itself to their grandest callings and visions. Anchor into your rituals and practices with an unbreakable resolve. Install new self-beliefs and energetic patterning that attune you to the highest frequencies of clarity, creative genius, and infinite universal flow. Shaking mantra, inevitable tests come. Revel in them. Allow them to fortify your grit and amplify your hunger even further. Stay rooted in that soul-shaking truth that has brought you this far. I will stay on top, whatever the damn cost. From that place of profound reconnection and realignment, victories compound upon victories. Each triumph propels you into wider vistas of possibility, self-mastery, and creative genius. The doubts and fears fade like wisps of clouds scattered by the brilliant radiance of your clarity and certainty. Obstacles simply become temporary course corrections, guiding you to even more elegant pathways of manifestation. You begin to revel in the sweet surrender of being an open vessel for the universe to orchestrate realities grander than your loftiest dreams. It's to serve as a dynamic co-creator, shaping circumstances with your energized visions and inspired actions, while allowing the miraculous choreography to unfold in divine timing. This is the awakened state of the master creator, the conscious manifestor who has rewired their mind and biology to thrive in complete creative flow, celebrating every experience as an opportunity for rapturous rebirth into wider planes of power, presence, and possibility. From this enlightened place, you attract to yourself a tribe of similarly empowered souls, forging an unstoppable movement that will transform this reality from the inside out, replacing fear-based operating systems with new encoded frequencies of limitless abundant potential. So I implore you once more, make the solemn vow to yourself in this united collective. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. I will embody my ultimate grandest visions and scorchingly radiate their resonance into this world. I will become a blinding beacon illuminating the path for all those ready to awaken to their true infinite nature. If you make that unconditional commitment, fully anchoring these teachings into your mind, body, and soul, then nothing can stop the tidal wave of miracles waiting to grace your reality. The universe will conspire to unveil a whole new universe of abundance, synchronicity, creative flow, and ecstatic aliveness unlike anything you've ever experienced. You will shed your last vestiges of doubt and limiting beliefs like an outworn chrysalis, emerging as the unstoppable force of nature you were born to be, the fully realized master creator shaping reality itself through your visions, energy, and unwavering commitment. That is the higher plan awaiting each of you if you simply make the choice to step fully into these teachings and live by that soul-shaking mantra. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. The age of the conscious creator is unfolding all around us. Courageous souls who finally realize we are not bound by any limits, save for the limits we place upon ourselves, join me in becoming the architects of that new reality, of midwiving an era of personal empowerment, limitless creativity, and the collaborative manifestation of our wildest dreams and longings. Together, we can open the floodgates and watch this world in blinding new frequencies of infinite potential made manifest. All you must do is take that first step across the threshold and vow. I will stay on top, whatever the cost. The universe is calling. Can you hear it? It's time to embrace your birthright and answer that call as the unstoppable creator you were born to be.